subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get the updates instantaneously. Hello everyone and welcome to MHC Tech Talks. So in today's video I am going to tell you about PCBs. So guys, today is the second episode of Tech Byte series which we have on every Sundays, and in today's video I am going to tell you everything about PCBs and like how these things are evolving and what is the future of the PCBs. So guys, you must be wondering like what is PCB. So mostly majority of the people know it, but if you are a newbie or if you don't know like what is PCB, so I'll tell you like what is PCB. So PCB is, the full form of PCB is printed circuit board, and as you can see I have one PCB right in my hand, and just to tell you about PCBs, so any electronic device which you see today in the market, be it mobile phone, be it mouse, keyboard, your computer or anything, so whatever electronic equipment you are seeing right now, it has the PCB inside it, and all thanks to these PCB, because of which the gadgets are becoming slim these days. Because you can just take an example of television. So few 10-12 years back, like we all had the CRTs at our homes, the color televisions, and those were quite bulky. But today if you see the monitors, I mean those are quite slim and flat, as you can see the one which I have right now in the front. So these have become quite slim, and the main reason of the gadgets becoming slim is because of this printed circuit boards. So we'll talk about printed circuit boards in detail. So another example which I have with me right now is the evolution of mobile phones. So the major what you can see reason of evolution of smartphones is due to PCBs and advancement in PCB technology. You can just imagine, check out this Nokia phone, and it was quite bulky at that time, and still people used to prefer because it had a lot of features. But nowadays, as you can see, the phones, these are becoming quite slim and are having much more features than what these phones used to have. So let's try to check the definition of PCB on Wikipedia. So Wikipedia says PCB is mechanically supports and electrically connects electrical and electronic components using conductive tracks, pads and other features etched from one or more sheet layers of copper laminated onto or between sheet layers of non-conductive substrate. So this is what the definition of PCB. So that was quite technical, so I'll try to explain you in short like what is PCB so as to simplify. So guys, in my engineering I had designed this PCB. You guys must be laughing like what is this PCB, and so this is the basic PCB which most of the electronic students know how to design. So basically the definition also says that it has copper tracks. So this is the copper board which I had taken. So the copper is there is a layer of copper on this non-conductive material which is there. So this entire sheet was of copper, as you can see, and later on what we do is we draw the electronic circuit according to our use. So basically you might have studied a lot of circuit diagrams during your engineering course if you are electronic student. So now you know the importance of those circuit. I mean we always used to think like why it is important to place this component in such a way. We have studied about parallel combination, series combination of resistors, capacitors and so on. So we'll not go in much detail about that, but I was talking about the PCB boards. So as you can see, as I was telling, there is a board and it is of entire copper. So what we do is, or what the electronic students or whoever is designing the PCB does is, they will draw the circuit diagram. So as you can see, I have drawn the circuit diagram. This was a very basic circuit, and I must say the circuit is not drawn properly. Actually the industrial standards are different, and that is done in totally done automatically with the help of machines. But now let's try to understand the concept of PCB. So usually we first step is we draw the circuit in this one, and there is a process called as etching, wherein you immerse your plate into some chemical solutions, and there would be some reaction, and few part of the copper would remain and other gets washed away with that. So there are various solutions which are applied, and nowadays the technology has also become more advanced, so there are different things which are there, but the process remains same. So once you have drawn the circuit, you'll apply some of the solution into that circuit, so that only that part of the copper remains and other part of the copper plate gets washed away. Once that is done, we drill the holes in this one, and then the components are mounted. As you can see, the resistors, capacitors are mounted, and then those are soldered. So this was the basic printed circuit board which I was talking about. But just imagine the complex PCBs which are there inside the smartphones. Or also this one is the basic development board of 8051 processor, and you can just imagine like what all components are there in this one. I mean, just imagine with this circuit this is a kind of mini computer for me. I can do any sort of programming in this processor, connect this to screen and check the outputs and so on. So this is even the more basic development board kit. We have Raspberry Pis and other advanced thing which are total complete package. I mean, you can do hell lot of things using that. There are various projects and all those stuff. So if you guys are interested about that, so also please comment me in the comment section, and I'll try to cover those things as well. So the topic of PCB is quite vast, and I don't think we all would be able to cover it in just one video. So I'll see the response, and if you guys are interested, I will make the in-depth processes, like what all process are there for the manufacturing of PCBs. Now let's talk about the PCB. So as you can see, this one was a very basic one which I had done during the engineering days, but as you can see, this is one of the example of very complex PCB wherein lot of connections are there, and all this process is done through machines, and great precision is required in this one, because you can see, and you might also be wondering like why these wires have been twisted and all those things. So there is lot of various concepts which are involved in this one. So I'll tell you about that also in a while. So same PCB we have in our mobile phones as well, and we have the main processor which is the heart of that PCB, and there are various other components which are being soldered. So you might have heard a lot about SoC. So the question comes, what is SoC? So that is the main chipset. For example, Snapdragon, or there are various companies nowadays which produce the microprocessors and microcontrollers. So if I have to give you an example about mobile phones, so the mobiles have, like iPhones have Bionic chip, Snapdragon processors are there, MediaTek processors are there, Helio processors are there, and there are some other processors as well. So those processors are also becoming small in size, and due to that the overall PCB is also reducing. So you can just imagine, this is the very basic microprocessor 8051, and the size of this is so huge, guys. But if I talk about the Snapdragon latest 865 processor, so those are made in 10mm technology, and the size is, very small. I think it would 4 such processors would fit in this one. So you can just imagine how the component size is decreasing. And also, as you can see, these are the physical components which are there, like these are the capacitors, LED and all those things. But even these components have reduced, and we have the latest technologies which are making the size of the chips very small. So these are also few of the modules which I have used it for some of the projects. So again, due to these modules and due to this PCB boards, a lot of space is saved. You can just imagine a lot of functionality is done by this small component. So same applies to the mobile phones and all those stuff. So guys, as you might have seen, that PCBs have made our lives quite simple, because a lot of things you can embed in a small chip. For example, this one, again, it is because of the PCB that this is an example of memory card. You can just imagine, like this one is of 32 GB storage, and similarly we also have 1 TB of storage, and again the size would remain the same for that as well. So all thanks to PCB. If you see carefully here, so all the circuit design is printed slightly. You can just check it if you have the memory card in your with you. so you can understand like how PCBs work and how what is the advantages of those. So I was talking about the types of PCB. So the general classification of PCB is one-sided, two-sided, multi-layered. I mean single-layered, two-layered, multi-layered. Then there are some rigid PCBs like this one. Then there are few flexible PCBs which are usually used to connect battery linings and all those stuff. I mean there is a kind of circuitry in that one, but that would be flexible. You might have seen that for printer ribbons as well, and other examples are also there for that one. So there are flexible PCBs, rigid PCBs, transparent PCBs, and so on. So there are variety of PCBs, and I must say you might have heard a word SoC, like this phone has Bionic SoC, or some another phone has Snapdragon SoC. So that is system on chip. So this is also one of the SoC. I mean this is a very basic 8051 microprocessor or microcontroller. So similarly we also have are various other smartphones, and they have their microcontrollers. A television set has its own microcontroller, and with the help of that microcontroller and all the other components being fixed in such a small circuit or small kit, we get various devices with such a slim form factor of that one. So all thanks to the printed circuit boards. And the process of manufacturing these PCBs is quite complex. I mean it does takes time and lot of other techniques as well to design these tracks and then to etch it. And then this was a quite simple single layer PCB. There are multi-layered PCBs, then there are complex multi-layered PCBs which are stacked on one and another, and there are some internal wirings going in and around. So you can just imagine if this circuit was not there, and if you have to solder all this equipments manually, then what mess it would have been created, and your mobile phones would be very bulky, and you might have not got the features which we get today. So guys, this was all about the printed circuit boards, and definitely this was just an introductory session on printed circuit boards. I'll also try to cover various components, like the components which are there. Also there are some SMDs which are now introduced, which is called as surface mount devices, because as you can see these are the physical components like capacitors, LED, but these SMDs, they have the same capability which these physical components have, but they have become smaller, and which can directly be soldered, and they themselves can reduce the size of chip again. So this is all about the printed circuit boards. And I'm sure you might have few questions about the PCBs, so you can drop in your questions in the comment section below. Also, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, so I'll suggest you to subscribe our button. Click on subscribe button and subscribe to our channel. And also, if you are watching this video till this end, so I'll just suggest you to hit the like button, because it motivates me to create such videos. So thanks guys for watching, and I will see you